It's the last day of 2024.
And for some reason, I lost audio here. But as usual, the dogs and I were heading out for a hike.
Just stopped along the Skagit River for the dogs to have a pee break. Looking at these beautiful snowy mountains up here. Well, I'm here. There's only one other vehicle and they just started out also. So I'll have it mostly to myself. It is about 34 degrees out right now. So I have these two bundled up in their coats. This should be 3.8 miles round trip. I'm gonna take a quick side trip away from the trail through the little campground area, which I should show you, complete with bear boxes. This is right on the highway. Today it's super quiet, but in the summer it might be kind of noisy. But this here is Diablo Lake. Looking absolutely gorgeous right now. I see some common mergansers out here. Wow. So I believe we are going up on top of this little guy right there. I think that's Thunder Knob. Some more campsites a little bit further in. And there's a sign down at the end of this road. This says Thunder Knob Trail. Our trail continues straight ahead up this old, looks like a dry riverbed. So pretty here. Little peaks of mountains through the trees, and we're coming up on our first stream crossing. I read they take the bridges out during the winter so they don't get damaged. So let's see if we can find a safe way across. I read logs, but that sounds slippery. Oh yeah, here's the log. We'll see. Okay, here goes nothing. Kind of slippery. Oh. Well, we made it across, but that last part was a little icy. Some traction on my shoes might have been nice, and their leashes got tangled around the logs twice, so it made it extra sketchy. Hopefully that's the only challenge. All right. We're the only ones on this trail. The only other couple here decided those logs were too slippery. I think they're right. On the way back, I've got dry socks and shoes in the car. I think I'll just wade through with the dogs and change my shoes right after. Oh, we're coming up out where we can see a view. Nice. It's definitely icy out here. But look at that. A lot of switchbacks on this trail. Helps keep the grade from being very steep. So far, this is just a really pleasant hike. Enough uphill to really make me warm despite the cold temperatures. We are just over a mile in and we've come to the first viewpoint. Very nice. There's that mountain we were getting little peekaboo views of. A lot of pines up here. We are at about 1.5 miles in, so about a half mile to go. And here's kind of a little pond here. That looks pretty cool. And you can definitely see how cold it is because it's iced over. Yeah, little water drainage area. So that pond is to my right, and then to the left there's another lower pond. I don't know if you can see it through the trees. Well, it was so cold at the beginning that I kind of charged up the hill to warm myself up, and now I am sweaty inside my coat, so I will freeze if I take it off. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm glad this is a short trail. Well, I think we're kind of up on top of the knob. I think this might be one further than the one I pointed out at the beginning because we've been working our way down the lake a ways. I thought I'd have more views of the lake, but it's still a pretty trail. And I know the big mountain that I could see in front of me is completely obscured. So hopefully those clouds will just keep moving. We're still going to see plenty of snowy peaks. This short hike has a big payoff for sure. Wow. So there's Diablo Lake, and right about there is Diablo Dam, which was the tallest dam of its kind when it was built. And that down there is Highway 20 that we came in on. It is closed for the season about 4 miles past this trailhead. Wow, this isn't the only view. Let's keep going. Here's the one to the left. So I am terrible at remembering which peak is which, and I will put those in at the end. We're about to see some more, and I couldn't keep them all straight, so rather than tell you the wrong peak, I will just look up which ones they are and make sure before I add them to the video. Oh, look at that. That's incredible. Yay. The big one's coming out from behind the cloud. Well, it's so funny how it can just disappear like that. That was beautiful. I am just surrounded by the most beautiful, rugged, icy, snowy peaks. The sun has just dipped down behind the one to the south of me, and it is just going to freeze everywhere that was still slightly damp. And there's a lot of ice on this trail and going downhill. I did throw in some yak tracks in case it gets sketchy, but we're gonna head out before it gets too late and too dark. What a wonderful hike. What a great hike. That was 4 miles round trip, about 780 feet of elevation gain. Just beautiful and peaceful, not a soul on the trail. Once we got past that couple that stopped at the river crossing or stream crossing, we had the whole hike to ourselves, and on the way back we did pass 2 other couples. I'm hiking here on the very last day of 2024, and I think that there are a few parts of this trail fairly close to the highway. So right now there's maybe 1 car on it every 20-30 minutes or something, so it was just silent, beautiful. You could hear ravens and just nothing else. It was wonderful. But I think hiking in the summer, it might be a bit noisy. There could be a lot more highway noise. I'd have to hike it then and see, but I suspect that you get a bit more traffic noise right there. But what a gem. Beautiful, beautiful snow-covered peaks. I got a little bit of a late start on this one, so the sun wasn't really hitting Diablo Lake, which can be just a beautiful turquoise color. Instead, we had a pretty deep green. Anyway, thank you for coming along. Thank you for hanging out with me in 2024. I have some exciting plans for 2025, and I'm really hoping that you'll come along on those adventures as well. Have a great new year.